Here is a family where there was a conflict on a level of children, Dreamwork, unfinished business type of dreams, family issues, and journaling. Here is what we can do. Let's take the example which came up during our Dreamwork. So those children are children of parents who'd never had conflict between themselves. They were always in a loving and supportive relationship during the entire life. And unfortunately, after this conflict on a level of generation of children, relationship between their parents, because we are talking about cousins relationship, conflict between their parents left unresolved. So both parents unfortunately died without resolving a conflict. Also, this conflict affected the children of these children, because we are talking about those two cousins who created a conflict. And so their children also, who were good friends, they ended up not talking, they ended up not being in contact at all. And this is not something that shown any sign of improvement anytime soon from what we see. So what we can do in this situation, if we are part of this family, but we are not necessarily related to the conflict, we didn't create the conflict, but we are affected by it because this is a wider family. So we're talking about family system. We're talking about a situation where some repairs are needed in the family, but there is little we can do from our place because this is not our conflict. Sure, we can try to build bridges for people, but that rarely works because people created this conflict for their own reasons. And we always go to be in a position of somebody who can suggest something, but not necessarily have a power to actually resolve the issue. But if it is affecting us, if it is our family system, what we can do with our journaling after this dream work, with unfinished business type of dream on ancestry or family tree or immediate family, extended family, we can just simply write down our wish, our intention. So, for example, we can just clearly describe a situation. Here is this generation. Two cousins created a conflict between them. They stopped talking. It affected their parents, who stopped talking even so there was a good relationship between them. It affected their children, even so the children were great friends before that. You just write everything down. And then what we can write down, and I'm observing the situation, I feel the pain, I feel family is broken, but I have no means of repairing it. Quite simply, the only thing we can do in this situation is to express our wish and to say that I'm hoping that at some level, in some time, in some space, there will be a space for it, right? In some time and space, in some further generation probably, this conflict will be resolved because further generations will not carry the original conflict. They will not carry this original sort of clash of rigid opinions, which created a conflict. So two people compromised the entire family well-being because of their own rigid views. And at the same time, because we respect every part of the system, we can still express our acceptance and understanding towards those two people because we are not them. We don't know why they acted, those two people who created the original conflict. We don't know why they acted the way they did. We don't know their motivations, their needs, their situation fully. Even if they explain it to us and we are not taking sides, then we can see objectively that each party had their own reasons for situation to happen. But again, the only thing we can do, we can step back, we can describe a situation, we can record it on paper, and we can journal on it. We can, of course, come up with our other wishes and side developments and our understanding of situation. But the bottom line is, again, we need to create some internal impulse. This time, into the family field, we need to create some opening on our part. This is our wish. This is our longing. We want to create some kind of completion for this unfinished business because, again, some situations, they don't depend on us at all. Even so, we are on the receiving end of it, we suffer because we are part of this family, for example. But there is nothing we can do. But with our journaling, we can create this opening. And very often this is enough because this way we gave peace to our soul. This way you can argue, we sent a message into the universe. This way we ask God to create a resolution. This way we ask basically higher power, we ask time and space to create a situation for this family to repair and reconnect. And this is important. And this is how you can use journaling to take forward this unfinished type of dreams. Because when we have unfinished type of dreams, especially when they're connected with conflicts and especially with family conflicts, because we are still part of this net of people, then this type of dreams can come up again, again, and again. And it's our job to do something. And this is what we can do. Quite simply, state the situation and express our need, our wish, and create this opening, create this internal impulse